here's the truth. Faux florals, they've come far, but they aren't a perfect match for the real thing, which is why my first guest this morning wants you to use what's in your yard to decorate your house. On the front door, on the wall, in a vase. Today we are turning foraged flowers and branches into fabulous fall accents. Shawn Bailey with Flower Bar Company is our nature guide today. We are all exhaling. Look at the loveliness. You are lovely. Look at what you've brought into the studio today.
Yes, there's just so much abundance and color right now, so I was really excited to share it with you.
You had me laughing because viewers get sick of me saying fall is my favorite season. Shawn gave me a new line. Fall is our favorite holiday.
Fall is our favorite holiday.
It's our favorite holiday.
Real about that. Yes, so I just took a little stroll around my neighborhood and in my garden and maybe in my neighbor's garden. And I just foraged some really simple things to show you how to bring fall inside your home.
And before we demonstrate the end beauty, what exactly did you forage? What did you bring to our table?
Okay, well, this is probably the queen of fall. This bracken fern is green up on the hillsides and the mountains all summer. And then when the weather turns cold, it turns into this magical golden color. And it's just here for a moment. And so I just really try and use it up when it's here. So this is really special. This is lamb's ear. This is how it blooms out. A friend gave me just a little start a couple years ago, and it's the gift that keeps giving because it's taken over my entire garden. Yarrow is something that grows really well here.
You see that a lot.
So I pulled some of this, and this is a nice, golden color.
Beautiful.
Turning into fall.
Yes.
This, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it was so fun that I just, snipped some of those.
Mini berries.
Broomcorn.
Okay.
So, anything like tops of like your garden, things like that. Lots of fun things. And then, of course, like foliages.
Okay, to begin with, you've got several ideas, but you like to use dried cut florals just around the house, in vases, in containers.
Yes, I do. If you have any little accent vases, tucking things like this in is a really easy thing. I mean, just bringing in color, just go snip from your tree, and it makes just a really beautiful arrangement.
A little bit of water?
Just a tiny bit of water, yeah. And, these aren't going to last, for very long, but if you, had a dinner party or just needed to just have a moment in your house, snipping off your branches or bushes is really easy to do. The yarrow, like I was talking about, here's the summer color of it. We saw the dried. I zapped this with a little bit of spray paint, a little gold spray paint.
Oh, you
to
did?
make it a little bit more glammy. Or if you want to go a little bit more Halloween, we
look at
did
this.
black.
Oh, that's fun.
So you can play with color on it. There's a lot of really beautiful dried grasses, native grasses that you can cut too.
You like to put florals behind glass in a frame.
I do. If you look here, this is another like of those ferns that I was talking about. And I just snipped a couple stems and just pressed it in the frame, and that'll be nice for the season, and you can switch it out for something else in the spring.
That's gorgeous.
Thank
just
you.
Under glass. Let's go to the Queen Bee project, which is a fall wreath, and you've taken a couple of different floral varieties and proven just how beautiful this season can be.
Yes. So on this one over here, hydrangeas just grow beautifully here. These PG hydrangeas. Again, when the weather turns cold, it gets this beautiful blushy rose color.
Oh my goodness.
Now this was made yesterday. These are still very soft and fresh, but it will dry just like this.
Do you do anything to preserve it or to contain it as it dries?
That is just how wonderful the hydrangeas are.
Okay.
They will just dry just like that, and it'll last you through Christmas. Like, it'll just last you through the season.
It'll dry and hang through Christmas?
Yes, these hydrangeas, they'll get a little bit brittle, but they will stay just perfectly shaped just like that.
And the way you picked up that mauve, that deep blush is just stunning.
Yeah, and honestly, this is a great fall wreath, and I've noticed a lot of neutral Halloween going on right now with a little bit of pink, a little bit more boho, so that could just transition right through the seasons.
Okay.
Same with this wreath back here.
This has my heart, because first of all, I mean, the traditional autumnal colors, but who knew a deep black velvet was what was missing as the contrast?
Yes, I love it. It just makes the fern pop, and this is the same bracken fern that we have over here in the vase. This is how it dries. It'll curl a little bit and just get a little bit, a little bit more attitude, and a little bit more, And so then I added a black ribbon for Halloween.
The black is everything. It's
just
beautiful.
Makes it pop. But then, if you wanted to transition it through Thanksgiving, you could add just, a different color or just add a second color to it.
Even layer it.
And then it'll just transition all the way through Thanksgiving.
We have some photos of a similar wreath you styled in seasons past, and it demonstrates that just swapping out the bow from black to orange or from burgundy to red can really transition the overall aesthetic of the wreath into a completely different vibe.
Yeah, and then your dollar, stretches farther. You're not having to like store Halloween, Thanksgiving, and moving into Christmas. So it is, just by changing out the ribbon is a really great economical and fun way to change your wreath.
We have about a minute left. Can you show us how you would fix and adhere these dried florals to the actual wreath?
Yes, so I start with just a craft store grapevine wreath here, and what I like about this is that you can just take your stems and actually just put them into the grapevine, and it'll actually hold really well.
Yeah.
So if you want to just maybe pick a few that are interesting to you, we can just add it in here.
And you get to just play, just tuck and play.
Just tuck it in, and you just tuck it in, and they'll hold really tight. We could also wire it after it's done. See, perfect. You just shove it in just like that.
What about with something more delicate like the hydrangeas? How are you at fixing that?
Same. The hydrangea stems are very sturdy.
Okay.
So they can withstand, just getting stuck in there as well. And then, of course, they'll just dry in that beautiful shape and keep its color. Look, yes, you are. You're natural.
So
yes.
I'm running out of adjectives. It's so lovely. It really is.
Yes, it is. And this is like a little asymmetrical look. And so, once we'd get this done,
add a ribbon.
We would just like add a ribbon, and it would hang.
Was Martha Stewart here? No, it was just us. Just us. Better. It was Shawn Bailey. Better.
We'll forage next season together.
You're so talented, though. Your eye, the way you've curated this, and of course that extends into the weddings, the events that you do.
Thank you.
How can people get in touch? So
they can find me in my shop in Heber. They can also find me on Instagram at Flower Barco.
And exciting news.
So exciting.
Midway.
I'm opening my new shop in Midway next month.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. That'll be very exciting.
Heber and Midway.
Heber and Midway, and one more location to be announced soon.
Oh, that's so exciting,
yes,
Shawn. We are cheering you on. And booking what? Events into...
I am into 2020, well into 2025.
Get this girl. She's talented.
Thank you.
You can see that, but we'll link you over to her Instagram so you can make that connection point. Thanks for inspiring us today.
Thanks for inviting me today.
So much beauty to celebrate.